me, my jaw is just dropping right now. There are so many things that we can do with Microsoft Office, and they're just sleeping there on our computer. Remember, you know, we have that there, and we're just not using it. It's like food on your table, but you're not eating it, right?
And you're hungry.
And you're hungry. Yeah, you're very hungry.
Yeah.
So, you know, now that you know how to use all of this, now that you've showed us the best way to use Microsoft Office, how does the company save up when the Office itself has a particular cost comparing to not buying it and just getting a notebook and hiring someone to do everything for you? You know? Can you tell us where does the money, how does the company save money?
Sure. Now, everyone has limited amount of resources or manpower. If you continue to do your work the way you are, your company will sustain, no doubt, but it will not grow. To grow, you will have to put some extra effort. Now, depending on which industry you are in, you may choose different approaches to grow. Some companies would add more products. Some companies would increase their geographical spread. Some companies may add more services. Whatever you do, every time you're not going to be able to recruit more people. You will have to do more with existing staff. So if existing staff is already overworked with day-to-day sustenance, where is the energy left? Where is the time left for people to invest in growth? So that answer is productivity. If you finish your regular job faster, you get a reward. That reward is extra time. And you invest that time into growth initiatives with the same staff, without burning them out, without hampering their work-life balance, you can get more done. That's the productivity angle.
What is the edge of Microsoft Office over Open Office?
Sure. Now, anybody who has used Office and Open Office knows that number of features available in Office are way ahead of Open Office or any other competitor. That's not the problem. The problem is, whether it is Office or Open Office, people are underutilizing it to such an extent that the difference doesn't really affect them. Even people who are buying Office are buying thousands of features, but using only 100. How are you going to get return on investment? Now, if you are a businessman, you spend $100 to buy a new machine, let's say, which helps you produce more articles, more product. You are going to make sure you use that machine to the fullest extent so that you can produce more and sell more. Now, the same concept has to be applied to Office. After seeing these videos, you must be realizing that all these things which you were ignoring are 100 times more powerful than you thought they were. So if you start noticing the features, if you start using them correctly, you get benefit. So you must start realizing that every feature means business benefit. From that point of view, more features means more benefit. And that is why Office makes more sense than Open Office. And the second thing which you were mentioning earlier is these products are not isolated. They work together. So for example, you go to Outlook, you go to Calendar, you are entering a meeting. There is a meeting request. Where will you take notes? You open the meeting, double click on the meeting. There is a OneNote button there. Just click. Outlook will talk to OneNote. And then you don't have to worry about where I saved the notes for this. And during the minutes of meeting, there is some task which has to be delegated. You can create an Outlook task within OneNote. So once you start looking at the integration across these products, you will be amazed to see how much there is. Microsoft has exceeded our expectations many times over, but nobody is impressed. Why? Because we don't have any expectations from Office as a product. It's taken for granted.
And they just, like I said in the beginning, they just think of it as a tool to write documents.
And just do copy paste. That's all.
It's amazing. So, and I think the other benefit is also SkyDrive and the Microsoft full ecosystem, where you have your SharePoint and your SkyDrive, which Open Office doesn't have, right? So, since we talked about SkyDrive and SharePoint, I think these are already portions of cloud computing. Right? So let's talk about mobility. How does Microsoft Office integrate itself with mobility when everybody is going mobile? Nowadays, right? Everybody has a cell phone, and on that cell phone, if they can do more, they'll do it.
Absolutely.
How do you do it with Microsoft Office?
Sure. So all of us use Office on laptop and PC, but when it comes to a mobile, it can become a hindrance because you have a presentation to view or a Word document and you don't have the laptop in hand. So Windows Mobile obviously has all Office products on it. OneNote is also available, obviously, but OneNote is now available on iPad and other platforms as well.
That's good. That's good.
And you can take notes either on your laptop or on iPad, and it will auto sync, which increases the mobility angle.
Yeah.
And if you have a browser on your mobile, which everyone has, you can actually do web-based editing of Word, Excel, PowerPoint on any device which supports a browser.
So you don't need an application.
You don't need
there.
Word, Excel, PowerPoint to do that. That's going one step further in terms of mobility.
Yes, that's pretty good, because some of these third-party applications are quite expensive to be able to edit Word and Excel files or PowerPoint files on the devices, right?
Not only that, they will not support all features. Sometimes you edit some document there and then it gets corrupted. And these products are developed by independent application developers, so the integration is missing.
And if that file goes bad, and that was your only file, that's
then
it,
you're
right?
done.
But SkyDrive supports multiple sharing of that file, right?
Absolutely.
For example, I edit a file from home, and then I open it on my mobile device. I edit that file. Is it synchronized, or is it editing one single file?
It depends on which product. If it's Excel which you're editing on web page, then multiple people can simultaneously edit it.
Okay.
If it's Word and PowerPoint, it's a more complex product. So if you are using web to do editing of Word, simultaneous editing will not be there. One person at a time. But if you want to edit Word document simultaneously, then use full version of Word.
Okay. And this web version of editing, is it free?
Yes.
Wow.
In SkyDrive you get it free. SkyDrive itself is free.
SkyDrive itself is free. You know, SkyDrive is something that people should start using. It's taken for granted, and you have 25 gig of free online storage. And just, you know, since the interview came at this point in time where that other company also has a cloud computing system online, it only, just to give you, to compare it with, it only has 5 gig for free. Okay, and here you can do more and you can be more productive. Aside from just storing your contacts, you know, you think you're not productive when you're just storing your contacts online and storing your calendar online and tasks. It's fully integrating it with this, with how he has explained and all the demonstrations he has showed you. So guys, we hope you learned a lot from this presentation. If you have any questions for Microsoft, they have a Facebook page, and you just go to their site. So again, thank you very much, Dr. Nitin. And we hope that we can interview one sometime again in the future for more questions. I'm sure a lot of people after seeing this will have a lot of questions, you know, so I hope we can get back to you soon. Okay, so again, thank you very much, and guys, thank you for watching this web exclusive episode, which you can check out at www.mytechisland.com, or for you YouTube followers out there, you can also check it out at www.youtube.com/techisland. Thank you for watching.